Hello everyone, welcome back to another part of the pre-season team analysis presented to you by Spogo News. Myself, Raghav, along with Devansh. Today we will be talking about a team who has never won any IPL title and but has a very solid fan base, not just because of a one player, but because of the whole team, because of the franchise itself. And unlike other teams, it has a very solid fan base, I would say, just on the name or just on the name of the franchisee, I would say. Not just as I previously mentioned, not just because of a one player. So the team has qualified almost the every other year, but has not yet been able to grab any title, IPL title. So playing for 16 years, RCB has qualified for eight times, if I'm not wrong, and has played till three finals. That was under the captaincy of Rahul Dravid, Anil Kumble, and under the captaincy of Virat Kohli in 2016. The team has always possesses a bowling, I would say bowling as a problem because they had only one purple cap winner in 2021 in form of Harshal Patel. So it was have been playing for 16 years and had just a lone purple cap winner, that too in 2021 after a long time. So yeah, let's start a talk. Let's uh, make the talk ahead with starting with their retained players. So RCB has retained Faf du Plessis, Rajat Patidar, who missed the previous season because of his ankle surgery or heel surgery, if I'm not wrong. Then it's Virat Kohli and wicketkeeper batter Anuj Rawat, and their finisher or also the wicketkeeper batter, it's Dinesh Karthik and Suyash Prabhudesai and his Mahipal Rombo, which is followed by their bowlers. They have leg spinner Karan Sharma. They have the right arm pacer Akashdeep, who recently made his debut against in Ranchi against England. And then it's Mohammad Siraj, then Vijay Kumar Vishak, and Reece Stokely. So they have retained these many bowlers. And when we talk about their all-rounders, they have Rajan Kumar, they have Glenn Maxwell, they have Manoj Bhandake. So after all those big retentions or after all those imperative retentions, they were left with a purse of 20.40 crores, and with that purse left, they didn't bought any batters because because definitely the name I took, they are very strong, they are very explosive batters, and they are very reliable batters. So I don't think so that there was any need for RCB to buy batters, but they should have focused on spinners. And although they have very good pace attack this year, I would say, but still they somehow lack in spin options. So let's start with their bowlers, as they haven't bought any new batter specifically. So their bowlers, which they have one bowler they have traded in for Shehbaz Ahmed. He was Mayank Dagar. They have bought Alzari Joseph for 11.5 crores. It was a very hefty amount. It was a very big amount to bought a bowler. So they must be having so many plans for Joseph. Then it's Yash Dayal, New Zealand's Loki Ferguson, Swapnil Singh, who's a left arm off spinner, and then it's Himanshu Sharma, who bowls leg spin. So these were their bowlers. When we talk about all rounders, they traded Cameron Green in from Mumbai Indians. Then they have all rounder Tom Curran, England's Tom Curran, and they have Saurav Chauhan. So they were the all these were the players which RCB has retained and they have bought in this mini auction. So Devans, as I mentioned, that they still have a problem of spin options. They have a very good batting side, but they still somewhere lack in spinning options. So what do you think that would it be a concern for RCB this year, or will the pace attack would dwell all the pressures on the opposition?
See, I mean, they literally have one of the weakest bowling lineups in this league, I feel, because except from a Mohammad Siraj, you don't see any strong option. Yes, of course, there is Akashdeep Singh. He's coming in after a very good debut, but still, he hasn't had that much success when it comes to white ball cricket. And even Mohammad Siraj, for that matter, hasn't had that much success in white ball cricket. And when it comes to Alzari Joseph and Lockie Ferguson, it would be really difficult to fit both of them in the 11. I feel only one would play, and I'm not sure about who it's gonna be, but I personally would want Lockie Ferguson to be there as a pace bowling option alongside Siraj and Akashdeep. And again, the spin is a very big concern for sure. I mean, no disrespect to the players, but if your spin attack looks like Karan Sharma and Mayank Dagar, then you're surely in problem, and that too at Chinnaswamy. So I don't know what they have done in auction. Although, as you said, they have only purchased bowlers and all-rounders. Despite of that, they failed to buy any specialist T20 bowler. They have purchased Yash Dayal for 5 crore. I mean, there was a Shardul Thakur who went for 4 crores. Why didn't they go for him? He's an experienced Indian bowler, very solid option, but I don't know what they have done in the auction, to be honest. It's obviously one of the best batting sides in the tournament because they're totally batting heavy, and I feel the batters will have to score those extra 20 runs match after match to ensure that they win. Because I see their bowling as a very, very big problem, to be honest.
Yeah, just countering that part. It's just, I would say, not going for Shardul Thakur, but for Yash Dayal. It might be in their plans that they want to buy him. And as you said, that the amount went till five crores, and Shardul Thakur went to CSK for 4 crores. So I think that other teams would have also gone for the Yash Dayal, and that's what made him a big player of white ball cricket. Considering his form in whether you
No,
take
but
Esmat or
that
Ranji or Vijay
actually
Hazare.
depends. That actually depends on the auction scenario as well. Because if you till where I remember, Shardul Thakur came very early in the auction, whereas Yash Dayal came in the later stages when there were no other options available. So all the team had to go for Yash Dayal because they needed a T20 bowler. But
Yeah.
that's fine. Yash Dayal is a good bowler. I mean, he did not have a good season last time around, but still, he's a good bowler. We saw that when he played the first season of the IPL, I guess 2 or 3 years back. So he's obviously a good option, but what I meant was they could have gone with experience, given that already they have they do not have a very good attack. So I feel they could have gone with an experience of Shardul Thakur rather than going for a Yash Dayal.
Yeah, as I said, that it might be in their plan that they don't have to go for any experience, but for the young pacer, I would say, or specifically Yash Dayal. And as I said, that he has a very great season in Ranji and Vijay Hazare or S-Mat, and same goes for Vijay Vishal. He have been performing consistently along with Yash Dayal, and both would make a great pair when it comes to bowling for RCB. So as we talked about spin option, it's a very concerning side when you talk about spin options for RCB. So yeah, Mayank Dagar and Karan Sharma being the two big names when you talk about the spin in RCB. Although they are not so big in the tournament, but when you talk about RCB, they are the only two big names. So yeah, Mayank Dagar traded in for Shehbaz Ahmed, but yeah, Mayank Dagar has, if you see his previous IPL season with SRH, he played around 8 innings and he took 10 wickets, and that too with an economy of 8.48. So not a bad season, a decent season for the franchisee. That what made RCB, that what caught RCB's eye, and that what made them to go for Mayank Dagar in the trade. And Shehbaz Ahmed, obviously, is a very good all-rounder, but I don't think so that he was performing to the mark for RCB, what RCB wanted from him or what RCB needed. And
Okay, but
Karan Sharma,
on
yeah,
countering that part, I still did not understood the logic behind trading in Mayank Dagar in place of Shehbaz Ahmed. Because Shehbaz Ahmed has played a lot of IPL games for RCB itself, and he's kind of a flexible player who can bat up the order, in the middle, down the order, and also has bowled pretty well. And he usually is in the India probables as well. Though I agree he did not have a very good season last time around. But I still trading him for Mayank Dagar. I'm not too sure why did they do that, because I feel Shahbaz Ahmed was a much better option. he gives you both the aspects. That's also a plus point, and obviously he's very good in the field as well, and he bowled pretty decently. I mean, his season with the bat was not that good, but he bowled pretty well, or at least decent, of what I remember. So I still don't understand the logic. Why did they actually do that trade?
Because Mayank Dagger, as I said, that in 8 innings he took 10 wickets and he did more than decently well because that too with an economy of 8.48. I would say it's not a like for like replacement because Dagger doesn't give you as much as batting that Ahmed gave you, but in the bowling options, RCB, I don't think so that they require batting options because they do have top five as an explosive batters. But when it comes to bowling, they definitely want someone to take wickets, and Mayank Dagger has done that, has shown that he can take wickets whenever it is required and whenever he is given the ball. So that could be the plan for RCB, I would say, and that could be that could be in their mind because they need to go for some bowlers. They need to go for the spinners who have been recently performing well, considering the previous IPL forms. So that was for Mayank Dagger and Karan Sharma. We obviously know that last year also he concedes run with an economy of I would say more than 9, but whenever it is required, he takes wickets as well. And RCB there's a I would say there's a problem when they use Karan Sharma because they don't use him in the power play or in the crucial time because they think that Karan Sharma would concede more runs in that situation. So that is a problem I would say for RCB because they need to if they are retaining him, if they are making him playing in the 11, then they need to show full faith in him. So Karan Sharma is a very good bowler when it comes to leg spinning options. So just RCB need to show more faith in him, I would say.
But RCB broke Karan Sharma's record last year. I mean, before that, in whichever team he was, since 2017 or 18, they won the title. Uh, Last year, he came to RCB and they actually did not manage to win. But I'm just joking on that part. But yes, Karan Sharma is an experienced bowler. But again, uh, I'm not too sure. As you even mentioned that his economy last year was not that great. He leaked runs, and that's again a concern because when you're playing in a small ground like Chinnaswamy, you at least need one spinner who can take wickets frequently and manage to control the runs. Karan Sharma leaked runs, but still wasn't able to pick a lot of wickets. That was the problem. If he would have gotten wickets for at an economy of 9, then I don't think it would have been that big an issue. He's an experienced campaigner, but still, I mean, they should have looked for some other spinners as well in the auction.
Yeah.
I feel. First of all, see, it's already a old decision, but I still not agree with them, dropping UZ Chahal because I'm not actually buying UZ Chahal because you know his records. You are a big RCB fan, even you would agree to me on that there was no better bowler than UZ Chahal at Chinnaswamy. Um, Even at that small ground, he knew how to take wickets, and he was not afraid of bowling to any batsman there. He used to toss up the ball, bowl wide, slighted deliveries and all of those, and he actually knew how to take wickets. But after him, RCB has always lacked spinners, and it's a concern for them again this season as well. I feel Maxwell would be the best option if it comes to spin, according to me, because again, although his bowling is underrated, but he's a very clever bowler.
Yeah.
He knows how to take wickets.
Yeah, and as we also talked in our previous video that how clever he is when it comes to bowling and when it comes to bowling on a shorter ground. So he has shown that he can take wickets anywhere, whether it's a batting pitch, whether it's a batting ground as well, or a batting. So he was a brilliant pick that RCB did when they picked him, but I don't know what was the reason for. for not retaining him when they got the chance to. But yeah, and also leaving Vanindu Hasaranga, it was also a very bold move when RCB
And
let him
also, I
go.
feel Harshal Patel, although he did not have a good season last time around, but again, you have to remember that he also won a purple cap for your team as well when he was in the side. So just dropping him on the basis of a solitary season again, I did not understand that decision as well. I
Yeah,
feel they
that too
should
was a
have retained
problem.
him, or at least they should have retained him, or at least they should have bought him back in the auction. I feel. I don't know. This there is a habit with this RCB management, I would say. They take very instinctive decisions, I feel. They drop players very quickly, and I don't know why, but they do not go for some main bowlers in the auction, because if you look at the history of RCB, they have always had this issue with bowling from the very start, I would say. So it has always
Yeah,
been there, and I
as
feel it is one of the main reasons why they haven't won a title,
as I
because they
mentioned
have
that the
always
team
been
which
a
has
pretty solid batting.
yeah, as I mentioned that the team which has always possesses bowling as a problem since years. After the exclusion or after Daniel Vittoria and Anil Kumble retired. So since then they have been facing problems in bowling option as I earlier mentioned, and also the also Vanindu Hasaranga going from the team. It was a very bold move, and as you said that it was a very instinctive move because instinctive I would say because he was a best option when it comes to bowling as well as we have seen him batting and how explosively he's batting nowadays and how he's taking wickets. He took 4 wickets against Sri Lanka in the second ODI. So his comeback was brilliant and maybe for RCB it would have been more crucial. So yeah, let's not stick to the part which they have dropped the players. But yeah, when it comes to Alzari Joseph, they bought him for 11.5 crores. Considering his performance in last 20 innings, so when I was researching, so I found that in last 20 innings, in T20s, in T20s or T20Is, which includes CPL also, so he played 20 innings and took 25 wickets with an economy of 9. So taking 25 wickets and maintaining pressure, and although he can also bowl in death overs, so 9, I don't think so. It's a very uneconomical figure when you see 9 in 20 innings because he would be very crucial when it comes to the pace option along with Siraj and Akashdeep and also when you see Lockie Ferguson in the squad. So I don't think so that they would be playing alongside in the same match, but yeah, they can switch according to the conditions because Aljari Joseph can swing the ball little bit, but on the other hand, Loki Ferguson has pace. He can generate a huge amount of pace and he can hit the deck with his all, I would say, all fours. And Alzari Joseph, on the other hand, he's a very tall-heighted man and he can also make the ball swing and he would be generating a very great bounce. So yeah, Alzari Joseph, last year for Gujarat Titans, he took 7 wickets in 7 innings. And yeah, that too, his economy was ranging around 9. So I don't think so that it was a calculative move for buying him this season for RCB.
See, again, there is a problem there as well. Whom will you play out of those two? As you said, they would keep rotating, but
Yeah,
I would rather prefer both of them in the team, because you need bowlers, but the problem is you can only play four foreigners, and I feel Duplessis, Maxwell, and Cameron Green will feature. So you will only be able to play one of them, and that is where the problem comes in, because you obviously have a Mohammad Siraj. He's surely going to start, and he's going to be the backbone of this bowling lineup. I mean, RCB's success with the bowling will depend on Mohammad Siraj, is what I feel. And see, if you would play Mohammad Siraj, Ferguson, and Azari Joseph, then it would altogether look a different bowling lineup. It would actually have all bases covered. But then for that, you would have to drop a Cameron Green. But I don't think they will, because they have traded him in for a huge sum. And obviously, Cameron Green gives you a 360 aspect of the game as well. So that is the issue because both, see, Alzari, Joseph, and Ferguson both are good bowlers. Both can bowl up to 150s. Both can bowl in the death. Uh, Joseph, as you said, can swing the ball up front as well. Lockie Ferguson also. So both are important bowlers. I feel if RCB somehow can fit both of them in the 11, then nothing better than that. Otherwise, I'm not too sure. Although they have brought in Aljari Joseph for 11.5 crores, I still feel Lockie Ferguson might just play ahead of him.
That could be a I would say a hypothesis if you talk about both of them, but I don't think so that they have a loose bowling attack because Vijay Vashak has been performing. Siraj, we all know how crucial he would be for ICB, and along with Akashdeep. They both Vijay Vashak, Akashdeep, yes, they both are in the best forms, I would say, and they have been performing in the domestic season. So playing on the Indian pitches, playing especially on Chinnaswamy, I don't think so. Yeah, they are not two big names when it comes to Ferguson and Mohammad Siraj, but yeah, players would play and they will make their name big, and that would RCB will hope for because Akashdeep, we know him how great he is when it comes to bowl and how great he would be for RCB as well because the kind of form he is in, the kind of confidence he would gain after the India debut, and yeah, yes, Dayal, a team has backed him. He has done very well when it if you consider the last season when he conceded that five sixes or four sixes if I'm not wrong, then after that GT gave him a chance and he proved to be very economical and he also took wickets for GT. So I don't think so that would he was not too good just because of his one performance, but he is a very good bowler when it comes to pace bowling. And along with Vijay Vashak, so RCB wouldn't be thinking of playing two foreign bowlers when it comes to backing Indian bowlers, considering their performances. So it won't be a problem when it comes to not playing Cameron Green and playing another bowler. So they would definitely back Indian bowlers and they would definitely play Cameron Green because, as you said, that he gives you a 360 aspect.
See, I agree that they are good bowlers and they have had a pretty good domestic season as well. But you also know that performing in domestic is one thing, and bringing that to the IPL is a whole different scenario. Because we all know the pressure that IPL brings in. It's a big league. The best players in the world play this league.
Yeah,
I
that's what I
obviously
said.
agree
That
that
they have been playing IPL. They have been playing IPL and they are not debutants. So Vijay
yes,
Vishak has
Yash
also played.
Dayal,
Yes,
Yash
Dayal has
Dayal.
also played, and Akashdeep has been playing.
Obviously, I agree, Akash. I'm talking about mainly about Vijay Kumar Vaishak. He hasn't played a lot. Uh, I agree. RCB will have to back their domestic bowlers because, as I mentioned, they can play only one foreign bowler. I feel, and I feel obviously they can come good. Akashdeep, we all saw in what quality he has in his debut in Ranchi last month, and Siraj obviously there, and I would Vijay Kumar or Yash Dayal, any one of them will feature. What I feel is Yash Dayal might just get ahead because of the variety that he brings in as a left armer. So, obviously you would expect him. Also, when RCB last qualified for the finals in 2016, there was a left arm pacer named Arvind, if I'm not wrong, in the squad. Even he did pretty decent in the domestic season and came up to the IPL and performed really well for the RCB to take them to the finals. So again, they would hope the same from Yash Dayal or Vaishak, whosoever plays. So yes, I agree to you on that part. They have good domestic bowlers, but then how they will do in this big stage will obviously define RCB's success this season as well.
Yeah, and when we come down to Loki Ferguson, as we talked, that they would be Azari and Loki would be rotating in the playing 11 and they would be playing according to the situation. So I don't I yeah, definitely batting side is very strong. Fab du Plessis who have been performing, who has taken his team through in SA20 and who has been performing well for RCB as he's the captain, and Yeah, Virat Kohli, we all know that how a kind of how a kind of player he is. So definitely there's no, I would say there's no question on their batting or no doubt on their batting, because when it comes to Dinesh Karthik, yeah, he didn't have a great season last year, but yeah, this would be his last season as in the IPL, and he would be hoping to finish on a high. So yeah, when it comes to batting, there's Fab du Plessis, there's Virat Kohli, Cameron Green. You have Rajat Patidar who missed the previous season and who's coming back. And as soon as I don't think so that it would his performances in Test would hamper his performance in T20s, because as soon as you reaches Chinnaswamy, you know how the batters would feel when they see the ground, when they see the pitch, and they know that how hard they have to hit, and especially with the white ball. So for Rajat Patidar, I don't think so. It would be a very big problem for him when considering his form, as he did well whenever he played for RCB. He always kept the match alive. So there is Suyash Prabhu Desai also in the 11. There is in the squad. There is Anuj Rawat, Mahipal Lomror as well. So considering batting, it's definitely not a problem, at least in my opinion.
See, obviously, their batting has never been a problem, and it's the same this season as well. As I previously mentioned, they have a batting heavy side. They bat big and they bat deep. So, as I mentioned, their
Not
batters
deep,
will have
not
to
deep. I
do
would
the
say not deep.
majority. I would say deep as well, because if you see, Maxwell, Rajat Patidar, Mahipal Lomror,
It's just your
Cameron
middle
Green,
order. It's
Dinesh
just your middle
Karthik.
order. You can't say deep. I
Yeah,
would say
till
when it
I
comes to
mean
seven or
deep,
eight.
I would say, yeah, till 7 or 8. They bat pretty solid, I would say. So there are obviously a very batting heavy side, and they have quality batters, as you mentioned, Faf du Plessis, Glenn Maxwell, Virat Kohli, Rajat Patidar, even Anuj Rawat, the backups as well, like Suyash Prabhudesai. He has done well for RCB in whatever chances he has got. They also have a Will Jacks, who hasn't featured but still is a very quality batter. Mahipal Lomror. So they have a pool of very solid batters, and not forgetting Dinesh Karthik. We all know he can be destructive. His last season was ordinary, but the quality that he has, we all know he can be destructive down the order and can win RCB games. And given that this is his last season, he would be more hungry to go big and to perform. So I feel obviously the batting is, again, as I previously mentioned, is one of the best batting lineups of this IPL. So the batters will have to do, a great job to score those big runs, especially in Chinnaswamy. Scoring those extra 20 runs, scoring 220, 225 at that track. So yes, of course, it would be exciting to watch RCB batting for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Along with Cameron Green, he can. We all know that he can make the innings stable, and how he can hit the balls whenever it is required, and how he can turn up the match when it's needed for the team. So yeah, potential weakness as still it would continue for RCB, being considering the spinners. They don't have such big names. They have Karan Sharma, they have Mayank Dagar, but not big names. They have Swapnil Singh, but yeah, who can also bowl leg spin. But yeah, he hasn't played that much, and as we always talk about that, playing domestic cricket and playing at the stage where IPL stands, it would be a completely different pressure, completely different experience for domestic players and debutants. So that was their squad. They obviously have a explosive batting side. They have a good bowling side when it comes to Indian bowlers, and they have to choose uh among foreign players that who they go with, who would they go with initially and in the middle phase. So yeah, that's what their squad stands in the IPL. So yeah, I would like to ask that what would be a probable playing 11 when it comes to the initial games, and especially when it's against CSK?
See, obviously, Du Plessis and Virat will open the innings for them. At 3, I would bring in a Rajat Patidar. At 4, there would be Glenn Maxwell. At 5, I will play probably a Mahipal Lomror. who will be followed by Dinesh Karthik and Cameron Green. Not actually the batting order. It would obviously rotate according to the situation. So then it would be Cameron Green would be followed by, I feel, a Lockie Ferguson as a primary pacer. Uh, then I would bring in Karan Sharma as the spinner. He would be there. Then it will be followed by two Indian bowlers in the form of Mohammad Siraj and Akashdeep. So that will be my 11. Obviously, Maxwell will bowl in this 11 and Cameron Green as well. You have four primary bowlers in the form of Ferguson, Karan Sharma, Mohammad Siraj, and an Akashdeep. And you have two more options in the form of Cameron Green and Glenn Maxwell. And I feel Maxwell will bowl a lot of overs this IPL.
Yeah,
Given the condition of the spin department, I feel Maxwell will come in more often, and especially in the first game at Chennai. I feel I will not be surprised if he opens the attack as well. If they are bowling second, so I feel yes, Maxwell will bowl a lot more this season. And with Maxwell, Cameron Green, Mohammad Siraj, Akashdeep, and Lockie Ferguson, the bowling lineup still looks pretty decent, to be honest. The only issue is again the spinner. And Karan Sharma will have to do good for RCB to succeed this season.
yeah, because Chidambaram, MS Chidambaram offers kind of, I would say, humid environment, and it offers spinners a good amount of spin as well. So yeah, let's
Although the last year the tracks were pretty batting friendly, but
yeah.
we heard MS Dhoni in a post-match presentation say that even he was surprised with the kind of tracks that Chennai offered the previous season. So I feel it will not be the same this season. I feel Chennai will again focus on their spin to win phenomena, and the tracks would spin there, I feel.
Yeah, Karan Sharma would definitely get a lot of help if there are spinning tracks, because he also bowls a lot of right delivery, and he also can take wickets when batter tries to hit deep hit him in the deep areas. So let's go with my playing 11. I would definitely bring in captain and Virat Kohli as their openers, and then it Rajat Patidar, followed by Cameron Green at number 4, then Glenn Maxwell coming at number 5, followed by their wicketkeeper batter Dinesh Karthik, and then my batting would sum up there, and then I would bring Mayank Dagar, Lockie Ferguson, Akash Deep, Mohammad Siraj, and Karan Sharma. Even if Mayank Dagar would concede runs more than expected, then Glenn Maxwell can overtake him, and he can also bowl, and for me, he can definitely bowl only all the 4 overs, if all the 3 overs left,
I
if
think
Mayank, yeah.
I think you missed one batter. You named only 10, if I'm not wrong.
So let me just say again. It's Fab du Plessis, it's Virat Kohli, it's Rajat Patidar, it's Cameron Green, Glenn Maxwell, Dinesh Karthik, Mayank Dagar, Lockie Ferguson, Akash Deep, Mohammad Siraj, and Karan Sharma.
Okay, so you're playing five bowlers there, five
Yeah,
primary
I am
bowlers
playing five.
alongside
Yeah.
Cameron Green and
And
Maxwell.
when RCB would bat first, then definitely they can bring in Lomror. So that would make their
Of course,
one
that
bowler.
that impact play rule helps obviously. As I played seven batters in my 11, that
Yeah. So
impact
as I was
player
saying that,
rule
yeah,
can
yeah,
bring in Anuj Rawat as well.
yeah. And for my side, I would bring in Lomror, and that would definitely decrease their one bowling option. And when it comes to RCB bowling first, then they can bring in Yash Dayal in place of any of the batters, if I would go with Lomror in my playing 11. So yeah, my batting side, it sums up at Dinesh Karthik itself, because they would be very reliable on Cameron Green, Kohli, Rajat Patidar, and Fab du Plessis, along with Karthik as a finisher when he if he'll come to bat at in 18 after 18 over or 17 overs after. So yeah, that I would go with five bowlers who can complete the slot of 20 overs each, 4 overs each. So yeah, as we previously mentioned, that the batting side definitely looks very well, pretty well. And bowling side, they don't have such big names, but yeah, they definitely have. And especially the spinning side, they don't have such big names. But yeah, let's see whether it would be a potential weakness or a potential opportunity for RCB when they'll play in whether in the whenever they'll play in away matches or in home matches as well. So thank you for watching. That's it from our side. Spogo News signing off. So please, we'll hope RCB to do whatever they have been doing to qualify again to after their women's after the RCB women's have won the IPL. So the fans would be hoping the same with the RCB men team as well. So yeah, definitely a big congratulations to the women's team, and we hope all the luck for the RCB men's as well, because they have been doing pretty well in a way around in the previous IPL seasons. And yeah, so that's it from our side. Thank you for watching. Please do like the video, please share the video and subscribe Spogo News. Thank you.